Well, hello there. Welcome to the Obi-Thorn Alliance. In today's video, we were doing a character ranking of the characters in Loki. If you can, like and subscribe. Yeah. So I guess we'll go up to 5 characters, each taking a turn because there's quite a lot of characters.
Yeah, if we try to rank all the characters, like where do we stop? And like if we go to 5, do we start to push into some of the characters that aren't that important that we didn't like that much? So I think 5, I think we might get a mixed 5. So I think 5 is probably a good number.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to start off. What's your number 5? Your 5th favourite character from Loki?
5th favorite character, I'll go with guess the judge character. Can't quite remember her name, but that's okay. I think she's pivotal. We'll obviously get more information about her. But she's kind of a mystery of a character because we got some interesting stuff about her, but I didn't think she was the main character. So I think she's worth being in the top 5, but not in the top 3. So what's your 5th?
My 5th. So I'm not going to include her in my 5. Not because she wasn't important. I just didn't like her. If I'm going to pick my favourite characters, I'm going to based on what I liked and whether I found them entertaining. So at number 5, I'm going to chuck in Kang the Conqueror.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to put him in, not at the top because we only saw him for the one episode, but I liked his charisma. I liked the story he brought in, but purely because he was only in the series for that one episode, that prevents him from being higher in my eyes. I see him as being... Yeah, obviously he's a pivotal character. He's the reason for the show in a way. So yeah, he's going to put my number 5 because I really liked the scene where we met him, and I don't know, he's just jokingness and playfulness. I thought he did a good job. I'm going to put him at number 5.
Number 4 for me is Sylvia. I think it's quite fascinating that we got to see a different perspective from Loki, and that she had a goal. Was she right? Was she wrong? From a certain point of view, I think she was a cool character. Would like to know more. I think she will like to know where she's going to end up in season 2. We'll see how her journey goes because she's committed something that could have worse consequences leading into season 2, but I think she was right, but also wrong. But that's what good storytelling is. What's your number 4?
Number 4. So number 4, I thought about it for a while. I want to add one of the Loki variants, and I find it hard to deviate them all. But I'm going to go with the young Loki. I wanted to pick the alligator Loki, but given he didn't have a speaking role, I think it would be just adding him because it's kind of funny. But I think I'm going to go the younger Loki because he had a bit to him. He said he killed his brother Thor. He had a special sword. He just had something about him. He seems like he'd be an interesting character. And the fact that being the youngest of the Lokis, but being the leader of those variants, that they obviously looked up to him. So there's something about him. So I'm going to put him at number 4. But the alligator was... If I had to extend to 6, I reckon alligator Loki would have got 6.
Very good choice. Number 3, I'm going to go Kang the Conqueror because I find that he'll be a good, interesting villain to tell multiple stories with. I think they nailed with the casting choice, and even though he was only in it for one episode, the actor nailed his performance, and I just want to see more from Kang the Conqueror. I think it will be a lot of stories that they can do, and I'm just excited to see him in his next movie, Ant-Man and the Wasp 3, and hopefully season 2 of Loki.
Yeah, I agree. What are we up to?
Number 3?
Number 3. Well, number 3, I'm going to chuck in Sylvia.
Okay.
Yeah, so I liked her as a character until the end.
Yeah.
So, but again, we don't know what season 2 will bring. But there's something there to like about her. I liked her up until that point. I thought she was...
It's clever writing.
Yeah, she's doing all the right things. She was in it for the right reason. And then she did what the writer wants us to think is the wrong thing. We don't know yet. But, yeah, I like her as a character. And she was good up until the last episode. So I'll give her a chance. She's obviously pivotal to the series. She would be the third most casted character in there, had been in the most scenes. So yeah, she's deserving to be in the top 3 in my opinion.
Now this is when it gets difficult because the top 2 I think are the most hard to choose because it's a Loki show, but I think I like Morbius more. But it is a Loki show, but I feel like we learn more about Morbius than Loki. So I think for that reason I'm going Loki at number 2.
Loki at 2?
Yeah. Because I just feel like, even though Loki, he basically kind of falls back to the same situation they did in Avengers Infinity War, doing the right thing. Well, it's not bad, but it kind of felt like a retelling of his story. Well, Morbius, he's basically, I feel like, the main story character that they chose, but Loki's the title character, if that makes sense. What's your number 2?
Well, I'm going to go the opposite.
Okay.
And my reasoning is I didn't want to pick Loki as 1 because it was the Loki show, but I think I only like Morbius because it was Owen Wilson. If he was a different actor, maybe I wouldn't have liked Morbius as much. So for that reason, I'm going 2. Because I think I like him because of the actor, not because of the character. So to put him number 1 would be unfair because it's more the actor opposed to the character. So he's 2 because he's funny. We want to know more about him. He wasn't what I expected as a character. I thought leading into the show maybe Morbius was going to be a villain. Like there wasn't... The trailer kind of could have went either way, that Morbius was a villain. And just came to really like him. So... that means you're not...
Morbius at number 1.
You've got Morbius number 1. Why is that?
Oh, like I said, I just feel like we got more backstory from Morbius, and Loki kind of became kind of the same, like in Avengers Infinity War, he became the good Loki, and in season 2, it's hard to choose between both of them. You can go either way, 1 or 2.
I've gone Loki because it's his show.
It is.
Loki was a character that I didn't have much interest in throughout the Marvel series, even though there's a large obsession by a lot of people towards Loki. And I quite like his growth. He went from someone that was disliked and then changed his attitude through the movies to then going back to where he was, the disliked character, to then evolving again. And I just think the way he was in the last episode and trying to convince Sylvia to do the right thing, or what he perceived to be the right thing, I think has made me really like Loki as a character again and want to see how he progresses in season 2. And I think if he was to, I don't know, die in this show and then not return to the Marvel universe, then I think I'd be more upset than Mobius, because Mobius is really, this is him. He's in this show and that's it. I can't see him being a carryover character. So
fair choices.
If you were to rank the variants of Loki, what ranking would you put them in?
Or I really enjoyed classic Loki and young Loki, probably.
Yeah, I reckon I would go classic Loki, young Loki, alligator Loki, old Loki, and then the black Loki would be last. Just including those ones. I'm not going to go into all the other random ones we see.
Yeah. I guess, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for helping Luke. Really enjoyed making this video. Thank you for watching. Let the force be with you. Bye-bye.